Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns, where today for you we have the DDR third qualifier for the Dungeon Door Requirement Tournament. Hope everyone's having a good day. We have Fanta Tanked, Eggmeister, Sage, and Dotso on Restream, joined on comms today by Dobby Digital. How's it going, dude?
Going pretty well. How's it going with you?
Can't complain too much. So, we will be getting... looks like we are about ready to go. So we will get this race underway. Dobby, what are we looking for today?
What we are looking for today is that they are currently using the DDR weekly settings, which you can find on the DDR... using the DDR preset on web build or dev build on the website. So their goal here today is, all as usual, to beat Ganon. In order to do that, they're going to need to find one stone that unlocks the Rainbow Bridge, and they also need 5 medallions in order to get the boss key for Ganon. Oh, looks like we're going to be starting off soon. Now, for those who aren't familiar with DDR rule set, DDR, or Dungeon Door Requirement rule set, is one that's specifically made for randomizer. And its goal is to provide kind of a middle ground in terms of the number of glitches that are allowed between standard and no iron platform. So, DDR rule set, it bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game. These include hovering, wrong warping, item manipulation, those sorts of things that really break the game, while allowing more of the quality of life glitches that allow you to speed things up and skip some checks in the game. Excuse me. The main two requirements that they have in this rule set is that you are required to enter boss doors by standing in front of it and pressing A, so effectively you can't do any boss key skips, as well as you are required to enter dungeons more or less the intended way. You have to unlock the door and get it there.
So a wallet and a strength in Mido's house. Nice start there.
Very interesting start. In particular for the strength, there are a lot of glitches in this game that let you skip strengths. And so that's something that it's nice to find, but you almost never need in DDR. Whoop.
Yeah, I broke it there for a second. Sorry. It's getting fixed.
Oh, God. I was worried. But we're good.
Yeah.
One thing you also note at the start, a lot of the openers, if you're familiar with standard rule set, are going to be very similar, since they, in order to do a lot of glitches in the game, you still need some equipment. And so at the start, you kind of want to rush around and find as much equipment as you can, as well as find out what hints you can find in order to let you know what you need to do with this seed. In this, these settings, we use the DDR hint distribution, which includes 7 always hints. That is obviously subject to just in particular the settings we use. There are 2 Way of the Hero hints, 3 foolish hints, 3 opportunity hints, and 5 sometimes hints. So these opportunity hints that we're probably going to see, those are noted in what coloring is it? It's green. So if you see, you'll see green coloring on the text box, and that's indicating to them that there's something that is of decent use in one of the there's something at least decent in this area. We have a predefined list, and it's telling you that there's one of these items there. Yes, originally we were when we were testing out settings, we did originally have closed Deku, and then you were required. Actually, in that case, I don't think you were even required to get the sword. But we did some testing around with the settings, and we found out that there's basically no difference in terms of like the item layout for open versus closed Deku. And so we decided, rather than just force people to do a trick at the start to get to Deku, might as well just have it open. You also see here, if you're not familiar with a lot of glitches in OOT, on stage side here in the bottom left, you can see that he's got like a glowing stick. That is, he's using a trick called Infinite Sword Glitch, where you crouch jab and then interrupt that. And you interrupt that with some kind of action, and that causes your in this case, your stick to be infinitely static.
So kind of a standard, oh boy, Speed Frog in Deku Tree. That, oh boy. So kind of a normal S3 opener here. Bunch of people going to Deku, and Fanta looks like he's going for 3-song actually.
Interesting.
Sneaky little trick there, using the Navi text to delay time of day to prevent time of day from moving there, to make sure he got to bridge in time.
Very good. That's definitely a really nice opener if you can do it. The time of day is a little bit tighter than some of the other methods you might see some runners go for, but it is very fast and prevents a lot of downtime. So that's very nice for him to get it. One interesting thing in this seed, a lot of times you'll see a lot of runners go for early Deku. It's particularly good if you start with a medallion, since then, regardless what you find in Deku Tree, that the item is useful. In this case, since we started with a stone, if it's another stone, that's not likely to be useful for them. A lot of times you'll still see them rush Deku Tree, since there's a good item check density for how fast it is. Saw Fantatech just jumped above the door frame into the slingshot minigame, and that lets you access it even at night. Apparently, the dog also knows how to do that clip because he's long. Kind of impressed because I've never seen those dogs do much jumping, but hey, apparently it's a very talented dog.
Bit of a slow start here. No, if we're talking stones, one stone opens the bridge. So they have access to Ganon's castle right now, starting with a stone. Unless I'm missing which stone we're talking about.
No, in this case, they started with Sapphire, and it doesn't really matter what stone you start with. As long as you have any stone, you get access to Ganon's castle. So they need that in order to beat the game. But then, a second stone doesn't unlock anything beyond that, so...
Sneaky little trick there from Dotso to avoid having to burn the web. And a very nice 2-3-1 at that.
It's still possible you need OOT or the song from Ocarina of Time. It's fairly unusual in DDR, since there are tricks to skip a lot of the song requirements in this game. But it is possible, for sure. Notable exceptions are if you have if it's Sun Song and you require that one check, or it's Song of Storms and you need one of the 2 grotto items. If it's Nocturne, you don't need it. If it's Requiem, you usually don't need it.
VL is, I mean, if you really want to do boat skip.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in this, if it's Zelda's Lullaby, in this case, you would just skip Shadow.
Yeah, fair point as well. Also, Fire Medallion there from Deku Tree, I think I saw. So that's a nice little find early.
And you actually can skip the Song of Time check and Toilet. You can weird shot in order to get below the blocks there. There's a chance for Child Spirit, but it's extremely unlikely. It's extremely unlikely that you need to do Child Spirit. Especially since there's a trick that you can do in order to get access to child side as adult. There are some item requirements there, but I think you can do it with just shoes or bombs and hover boots. Oh, nice. Fanta finding early shoes. That's very nice. Was that a bear and Deku? Nice. Nice.
I mean, hinted, but not hinted, but shoes are worth it.
Yeah, shoes. You definitely like early shoes. So yeah, if we saw Ganon's Castle on the Hero's Path, what that means, I actually remembered to bring up the list this time. I suppose to every time, forgot. So we have a list of items in the Dungeon Door requirement that we consider pretty good. So we have a list. We have a list where we have hover boots, hookshot, Din's fire, bomb bag, boomerang, bow, Megaton hammer, iron boots, magic meter, mirror shield, fire arrows, or strength. So one of those items is in there, but we don't know exactly which one it is. The other important thing for that is that it does not take into account logic, so it can be something that's self-locked. We don't know.
Fair point. Deku was not exactly barren. We did find that speed frog. So hopefully that's not required.
Yeah. And yes, DDR rule set. So the dungeon door requirement that we mentioned, that only applies to dungeons. And DDR uses the same definition for dungeons as basically everything that isn't OOT randomizer in general. Most of the time for OOT stuff, dungeons is referring to places that have a blue orb at the end. So the mini dungeons, so Ice Cavern, Trials, and Bottom of the Well aren't dungeons for this.
Looks like Fanta's gonna follow the rest now, head into Deku Tree. Alright, Wasteland Foolish. Minuet on Ocarina of Time. 30 is and Goron City is also foolish.
Goron City's decent. Wasteland is like, thanks for sending me that one check.
Well, that's a skull we're definitely not getting.
The almost sync on Sage and Dotso. Nice. That does occasionally cause confusion. Mostly it just pops up. Like, once you start racing, it becomes fairly... Like, you get used to it fairly quickly. But at the start, it does cause sometimes a bit of confusion. That's why I like to clarify, just because, like, in general, the randomizer treats them as dungeons for, like, for ER. But, you know, for most other purposes, they're typically not really considered dungeons. And especially in terms of, like, maps and compasses and stuff like that. Let's see here. So it looks like Sage and Egg are both going for... Or no, Egg is still child, but Sage is going for the early adult bit. Or no, Egg is an adult. Perfect. And we'll likely see them both go to Kakariko. Good item tech density, so definitely nice to go. And basically, almost all of the checks you can do as child and Kak, you can do them faster and as adult and Kak. Yeah, scale's an interesting one. It's nice to find. It allows you to check the item that's the diving one, and it might also give you access to the deeper dive one if you find the second scale, but that's pretty rare. It's mostly just nice in order to get access to a couple loading zones. Very much quality of life. Well, those settings are correct, actually. Hey. Yeah, freeze all. I think that might be the standard ones. One interesting thing to note for the Way of the Hero, if you're trying to piece together the logic, because we have one SF5M, you can skip one of the medallions. What that means is that for Way of the Hero, those are going to be required to beat the game regardless what 5 medallions you pick. So it can't be an item that only locks one medallion. That wouldn't be Way of the Hero because you can remove it and still beat the game. So that's partly why we have only 2 Way of the Heroes, is if you figure out what they are, they can be extraordinarily powerful. We've also had times that there aren't more than 2 Way of the Hero items, which has been interesting. Big Stabby is another very nice thing to have. It's better than the little Stabby. Most of the time, our players will forget they actually have the Kokiri sword if they find it. You just get used to playing without it so long that...
Still a bit of a slow intro. I mean, those chews will help, but there's not much right now that we found.
We're still hoping to find something really nice. We're looking for, like, poke shot, bombs, really nice items that open up quite a bit. Right now, they're just, they got some chews. It's nice, I guess.
Well, we do have DC available with those chews and the strength. Oh, never mind.
There's a bomb. Now DC is extra available.
Yeah, so Dasa's just going to be flying everywhere now.
No.
Yeah.
So, for DDR rule set, one of the glitches that is banned is hovering. So hovering into Forest Temple isn't. That's one that's deemed to be too powerful for DDR, since you can basically skip every hook shot in the game with it, and some other items too. Oh, RG's raiding. Thanks for the raid, RG. Hopefully, the end of the battleship went well.
So, Egg will be finding, oh no, I'm sorry, it was in River that we had the bomb bag. Egg putting those chews to work here in Jack.
We'll see. River tends to be one that's put off for quite a while, since there's not that many checks. Even though it's Sphere. In this case, it's like Sphere 1, I think, since they found that early scale.
Now, Jay, you do not need Dins to enter. You just have to enter through the door.
Yeah.
So, hook shot jump into Shadow is also fine.
Yeah, what you need to do, basically, in order to enter Shadow Temple, is you need to light all the torches, which unlocks the door, and then walk it. So if you light those doors using fire arrows, or you light them using Din's Fire, or even QPA as Child, that's all good. So Atkazu was kind of anticipating. Egg seems to be going for that DC play with that strength.
Yeah. Medallion 2, again, you have Ganon's Castle access. A couple people know it's Hero's Path. So we may see that soon as well.
Ideally, you'd want to go in with a hook shot, since that'll let you clear off extra checks in Spirit Trial, at least one. But we see. We may see people hoping that opportunity hits something good. Yeah, so if you check the link that we have for the DDR, exclamation mark DDR, that has the full list of all the requirements you need. But in general, Deku Tree, you can just walk in as child. As adult, it's locked. The DC, you can need to blow up the rock as child, and as adult, it's just open. And for Jabu, you need to present the fish, and so you need to go in as child. Forest Temple, you can just walk in if you're on that ledge, but typically that means hook shot as adult. Fire Temple.
So we did just see a 40 Skull Ruto's letter, so nobody's getting that today.
Yeah, no one's getting that.
Yeah.
No one. For Fire Temple, you're able to just walk in as long as you're able to get behind it. That's easy to do as an adult. As a child, you might have to get around the rock some way. Water Temple is one of the interesting ones. You need Hookshot in order to hit that crystal. That unlocks the door, and then you need to get to that loading zone while in Vex. And there are quite a number of ways to do that, but and that's what you have to do there. Then Shadow, you need, as we were mentioning, you need to light all the torches and walk in. Spirit Trial, you just need to walk.
Well, there's magic for Fanta, and that may have been the third inside Ganon's Castle Hero's Path hint. Not positive.
Yeah, and GTG for Pat. And yes, all of the hints are duplicated. So that means if you find just two, that means that there's one item there. If you find 3 hints, that means that there's a minimum of 2 items that are being hinted.
I heard somebody get frozen.
Ice, baby.
Natsu, money grinding. Don't see this often, but Skull Kid gonna die.
Yeah. Interesting choice to go for this now. He gives I think it's 200 rupees, so it's quite good.
It is, yeah.
This is a thing, an example of where violence pays. That does not apply in real life. Please don't attack children trying to steal their money.
I mean, it's $200, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Ubs just wants a new tunic, runs over and just punches the kid, steals his lunch money.
I don't think we found anything yet in DC. That magic, I'm assuming everybody will get that as they end up in Lost Woods, but Datso's come up with it, but that still may end up being helpful here for Fanta early.
Yeah.
So that bomb bag is giving Datso a lead right now.
We'll probably also see here, right now, normally, in order to access the third check, the back left here on Datso's side, you would need to have either Strength 2 or Hammer. What he's likely to do is some form of Super Slide or S. These are both movement techniques that give you a burst of speed backwards. And Collision doesn't like that so much, and so you can frequently clip through some rocks, just like that, by going quickly.
And it's not worth.
No. Yeah, we actually saw him go there for technical hessing. That's a technique where you roll into an explosive and then hold ESS position, or just slightly off from the dead zone. And then when you do that, that preserves your speed, so you're able to go backwards at high speeds while being able to control your movement left and right. So it's quite nice, though it's not as ridiculously strong as people make it think. Hessing is the same seed as a Super Slide, and will get you... it saves about 20 seconds over backwalking if you do it the entire length of Hydro.
There's a bow hiding in DC.
Ooh. bow is nice.
No bow mode today. And, yeah, there's our tunic. That's what... Ooh. Ugh.
I wonder why he's rushing the tunic by here. Maybe he just didn't like the color of his first tunic.
Possible, yeah.
Ooh, Fanta actually went for a Chew Mega Flip there. If you roll into a Chew at the right time while it's exploding, the backflip at a certain frame, it gives you a burst of movement backwards. That's one of the really nice things in DDR that lets you skip a lot of item requirements. Notably, it skips basically all hover boots usage.
And Dotso tried for Mega Flip across to the DC Volcano Heart Piece and just yeeted himself into lava and yeeted himself
and again. Apparently that's why he wanted the Goron Tunic, because he wanted to eat himself in a volcano. There you go.
We go. And all, well, I mean, replacing the bombs, I guess, that's worth it.
Getting set up, that's pretty good. Extra checks.
And just taking the death. There we go. Mirror Shield from Frogs 1. Hello.
Interesting.
So, Dotso, I wonder if he'll go back to River anytime soon, having already gotten that bomb bag.
I believe, if it's marked correctly, I believe that Spirit Temple is a medallion, so that'll be quite nice.
Correct, yes.
Greg and DC, oh, that's the most important part.
Fine, against my will, I'll do it. Bad meme is bad meme.
Greg best, bro. Greg is actually square in bingo, so, you know, is important.
You can't even buy a gumball with a penny. It's not worth it.
Not with that attitude.
You're damn right it's not.
Ooh, hook shot.
Okay.
Nice. That is very good to find.
Well... Stone Forest? I'm staying the hell away from there.
Yeah. It's really gross. You probably don't want to go into Stone Forest.
We might see Dotso make his way into water. Not positive, but...
You can't currently get to the boss in water. Normally you need long shot for that, but in our case we can use either long shot or cover boots.
I thought there was a mega flip.
Not in Water Temple.
Ah, alright.
We want there to be a mega flip. We would love if that's the case. We've been trying to get Dotso to find something.
Well, there's our strike 2. Okay. So, excuse me, that's going to be very useful there for Fanta. Again, that Mirror Shield behind Frogs 1. Well, that could be an issue.
There is a hover slide technique to get to the water boss, or to get to Morpha. But that involves you use the hammer, and then during recoil you put on hover boots. So that still needs hover boots.
I did not see what Fanta's going for here, but it has to be something.
Yeah. They're taking the time, not exploding the poor lady that works at the shop. Everyone's so rude to her. She's just doing her job, and people explode her with, bomb chews?
Well...
Or maybe not going for it. Looks like the angle was bad at the start.
Hopefully this isn't his last chew. Alright, he's got one more.
Yeah, the downside to not having Kokiri Sword is you have no idea how many explosives you have.
Well...
I'm going for that tunic.
Alright, so we probably won't be seeing Skull Kid murder on Fanta's side. And just gonna... Oh, I thought he was gonna take the death, but nope.
No. At least not exploding the poor lady who works. Oh, there you go. You want some more cheese?
No, he just said goodbye to 30 rupees. I don't know if he did child archery. Not that I think it matters, but...
He did that. He actually clipped in earlier. So yeah, he did that earlier. one thing that's interesting, with those early strengths that we found, I'm thinking, and we know there's something in not GTG, in Ganon's Castle. I'm thinking Light Trowel is going to have something pretty good.
Could be, yeah. The Strength 2 for GTG as well.
True. That's also a good point.
People, just look at what's on the... Look at what's on the crater first before mega flipping. Save yourself the hassle.
I mean, I play on N64, so I actually can't see what's on there. It's just a blurry mess.
Yeah, that blue rupee you could have seen from a mile away. On VC.
You might have thought it was a bomb bag. Which, funnily enough, it actually was bombs. He just didn't have the bomb bag.
Okay, he got... I don't know if Egg was going to get in the cutscene before timer ran out.
You might have gotten the cutscene skip.
Does that work with death, though? It's thought it was void only.
It works with that for the cutscene skip.
Okay.
Usually, that's what you do in, like, Bingo, is use a bomb to kill yourself.
Well, Phantom making his way in.
Ooh, nice. So we will get to see whether that Light Trail has something good. Also, I like Fanta's Mirror Shield color. Very nice. Like that blue.
Need Strength 3.
Just don't die, Fanta. I can't wait for the first check to be like an ice trap. Oh, I think he's going for the fairies to heal up. Smart plan.
If the fairies cooperate, there are the Deku Nuts flying at you there.
The fairies are actually working for Ganon.
Fairy RNG is a thing. It's a very unfortunate thing at times.
Stage finding at Strength 2 as well. Oh, bomb bag.
Well, Fanta getting a bit bailed out there. And Stage not getting his hook shot.
Ooh.
I don't know if he plans on going back to Crater Fairy.
Yeah, Egg just dropped that. That's going to be unfortunate for Sage if he skips that for now.
So that
Might be
bomb
quite a
bag, bomb bag could be our hero's path, along with the bottle.
I don't think it can be bottle, but it might be. We have bottle on this list. I can check. Oh, we actually don't have a bottle on here. We probably should, to be fair.
I thought it was the same as the bingo list.
Me too. Apparently, we didn't add that.
And just guy.
Hi, Axe. Ooh, so we are going to see here, on Fanta side in the top left, looks like going to be going for probably Super Slide method. There are many ways to get past this block. The easiest of which is if you go into the either the Spirit Trial or the room that or the room where the fairies are. If you go back and forth repeatedly, it duplicates those light beams, and eventually it causes it runs out of like memory, and it despawns that block that's blocking the way. That's a little bit slower, and so here it looks like he's just going for straight up just a bomb flip, as opposed to a super slide flip.
Having a bit of trouble with the angle, but then got in there.
There we go.
It always feels bad when you come in here without a key, and then you have to deload the block again.
Depending how you do it, if you set it up, like if you find a key in here, and like you do it correctly, you can actually just walk outside and side hop to the right, and that'll clip you out of bounds and reload the room. So that can mean that you don't have to unload the block again. You can just walk back in.
There's Iron Boots,
Irons.
so that can get us in the water now.
Yeah. Assuming they have Hook Shot.
I think everybody but Fanta has it at the moment. But Sage did eventually go back to get it, and are we going to see a forest play here from Sage? Knowing Ocarina of Time is on Minuet, so Saria is Way of the Hero somewhere. It is required. And Fanta says, to hell with your hook shot, I'm pulling some statues.
Yeah, I don't...
No, good.
I think if you mean the lock chest in Spirit Trial, that you need Zelda's Lullaby, which I don't think Fanta has yet.
Yeah, no, it's in Crater.
I think Fanta's pulling out some beta quest strats here.
I mean, between Fanta, Juke, and Exo off screen, this is ESNB, right? This is Bingo Race?
Basically, I mean.
Oh. That rupee is a pain to get as a doll.
Pain to get his job, too. For some reason, the developers for this game, it's like they wanted you to use hookshot or something, and they made it difficult to get like this.
What's a hookshot?
It's very rude.
I think he's jump slashing late.
Yeah. He also pulled the statue back twice, which is interesting.
Oh, that worked to stun the Beamos, at least.
And Fanta's saying, you know what? No, let's not go for that.
And Sage finding out he just spent 40 rupees for some ice.
Getting the cold shoulder. Feels bad, man.
So I think, yeah, Trail is our final Baron location.
Interestingly, it looks like Egg's going for the clip for as adult here. I think he has the scale, but we always appreciate going for the clip anyway. It looks pretty cool.
He does not have it marked on his track.
Oh, maybe he didn't find it then.
Fanta and Dotso have it. It was Richard, so he may not have done Richard. And he just says to hell with it and uses Navi.
Yeah. Navi diving is definitely the easiest version of that. Basically, all cutscenes in this game let you clip through water. While you're in a cutscene, it just doesn't check for water, so you can go straight to the bottom. That includes Navi. So in that case, you go onto an edge, call Navi, or jump slash and then call Navi, and that causes you to clip down. It's very easy. You might also see that if they go to the bottom of the well, Kuko getting angry also counts.
So, with everybody going to river as adult, that's going to be a pretty big advantage for Fanta, having that mirror shield already.
Yeah, that's very nice.
I don't think at this point we're going to get a hint pointing us there.
At this point, I think we've gone through most of their hints, or most of the major hints at least. Oh, also, Heart-of-Sun, I don't think that those settings are correct. I think those are for the standard weeklies.
They are, yes.
I think if we do this one, that might have a better list. The major settings that we have here is there's one stone to access the bridge, as well as 5 medallions to get the Ganon's boss key. It uses the DDR hint distro, and useful cutscenes are enabled. That's just like the major ones. So if you want to see the full list, you can actually check out on the website. If you check the dev build and the DDR preset, we'll have the full list of settings for you.
So, we haven't seen anything in market yet that's Way of the Hero. Goron Tunic, since we can buy it, obviously is not, so the scale could be Way of the Hero, but then we're also left with chest game and we got a hint for Big Pose, so it's the scale or chess game.
Which I'm hoping some of our players find a bottle and Sun Song, and then decide to go for that, because that would be amazing.
Well, we have Ganon's Castle access, so it's not the bomb bag. Scale is not required to get bomb bag or mirror shield in River. So I wonder what else is blocking, if anything.
Yeah, and true, we did start with the medallion, and I believe that bomb bag was like Forest Trial. And so that was open basically since the start of the game.
So yeah, either it's chess game or we need lab dive, maybe?
Strength your luck.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah. It could be some weirdness. At this point, we also don't know if they could be our logical access to like Zork Domain for the scale. In particular, since I don't think we found Bolero, and we don't know where Hammer is. So at this point, we don't have logical access to where Zelda's Lullaby is found, since that was at Bolero.
Yeah, Hookshot is behind Hammer, yeah, so... Not that, of course, anyone cares at the moment. And deciding he wants to head to GTG now. No Requiem, so just Hookshot extension across the bridge.
There are quite a number of ways to cross this bridge in unintended ways. Obviously, in the intended ways, you can use Longshot, Epona Song. But you can get across with hover boots and explosive, hover boots and I think hammer. There are some really wonky strats I think that might even just use choose. But here he's going for a fairly normal strat, or where he just uses the hook shot. Quite precise though, so we'll see if he gets us. Ooh, nice. First try. Beautiful. Meanwhile, Dotso is going to checking that last item.
We will see Spirit Trial now. Dotso says, I want to keep my choose, and has bow extension to get through Spirit. Fantha did not have the bow when he came through here before as well.
Oh,
and
hover
that's a big find.
That's amazing. Oh, so fun story for you guys. At one point, I did a weird shot to get to that chest behind there. So basically, I didn't have bomb choose, so I got to the other chest using a quick weird shot. And then I thought I was stuck in the room until someone in chat pointed out I could use my sword to hit the crystal and unlock the door, normally.
Imagine doing things intended.
Yeah, I don't understand. Crazy talk.
So, Shadow's open. Spirit's open.
We have a fire source for Shadow?
Do we need a fire source for Shadow?
Well, to get in.
That's right. Unloading the door is not allowed. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so at this point, I don't think any of our players have found either Din's Fire or Fire Arrows yet, so unless someone wants to go really risky and try to clear it as Child.
Just equip Salt Sticks, Forehead.
Forehead.
Since for some reason we patched that and made that work on Rando now.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rando, that works on N64, brand new original game. If you try to use a Deku Stick as adult, it will just crash.
Hey, what are you doing? Okay. I forget you can get to this with hookshot extension.
I don't think you do hookshot extension. I thought you did like some mega, like a weird shot. Oh, I think you might just be jumping down. Or actually, now he's doing the weird shot for sure.
Oh, no. Or is he going to the GT? Oh, I thought he might be going straight into GTG.
He's probably doing that after this. That's actually pretty cool routing.
So we'll see the other chest that Fanta was not able to get in Light Trial. And just nothing. Well, it looks like inside Ganon's castle may have been Double Hero's path.
Those hover bits and for those irons. Definitely very happy to find those hover bits though, because that's basically your access to Morpha.
Yeah.
In DDR, we like finding hover boots, but not for the reason the game thinks. You can skip every required usage of hover boots in like in the game or the intended usages, but we use them in very unintended ways.
I don't think Fanta came up here to check Ganon's boss key chest either.
Well, I don't think so. And it doesn't take too much time. It doesn't waste too much time to check this, just because you're going to have to clear this stuff anyway. And so it's basically just going through a couple rooms.
Yeah.
Well, it does look like Egg's going through GTG.
So it's a little bit... Fanta's got the mirror shield advantage right now, but Datso has those hovers. So will that play into anything here? We'll have to wait and see.
Funnily enough, I think the race room for this qualifier actually has Blame Prez in the name. Funnily enough.
Indeed it does. I'm a little surprised, having gotten those hovers, Datso isn't going to try and get outside Ganon's castle, but... I mean, I can understand not wanting to go back there.
Oh, Sage looks like he's doing a Hesta clip through this. There are other ways you can do it, notably, actually the one he's doing here, where if you just like turn a little bit and then hold a bomb, it'll clip you straight through.
Yeah.
In particular, I think it's like one ESS to the right.
Is this actually a setup here that Datso's doing?
Possibly.
I mean, I know there's a setup for everything in Ocarina of Time, but good God.
My guess, he might have just been wasting enough time to allow the Poe to respawn. But
No, when you enter field, there is no respawn time, so... It's only after you spawn the Poe the first time. I don't think Dotso may not have gotten the hint for Poes.
Clearly, he just wanted the extra $50. $55.
There's a slingshot in GTG.
That's Way of the Hero. That would be interesting.
That's not on the Hero's Path list, right?
No.
Okay. So we'll see what else Egg's got here. I don't think he's found anything else as of yet.
Target in the woods, you do need to have a slingshot for that. Technically, I think there is some really weirdness you can do with QPA, but I think that requires a hover, so it doesn't allow the PDR. No Iron Warbler, I think technically you could skip it.
Well, there's second magic in GTG. That could be our Hero's Path.
Didn't we find the first magic, like, in Lost Woods, though?
But it's Hero's Path. They can hint it.
Oh, Hero's Path. I thought it was Way of the Hero. Then, yeah, that could definitely be it.
Yeah.
As we were mentioning at the start, if you missed it, the Hero's Path hints, which are the ones that you pop up in green, it doesn't care at all about logic, so it doesn't necessarily point to you that you need to grab that item. It just tells you there's something useful. With Dotso abusing that poor lady that works at a shop, she's there day and night waiting for people. It's not her fault the prizes suck. She doesn't decide the prizes. She just works there.
Goron Mask doesn't do what it does in Majora's Mask, so she doesn't have anyone to wait for, I guess.
Rip. Poor lady. So, Way of the Hero, those are pointing to items that, in the logic, if you were to remove that item, the seed would become uncompletable logically. So, basically, there are things that, by logic, are hard required to beat the game. On the other side, Hero's Path is just an item, or it is just a list that we have of useful things that we find are pretty decent to find. Sometimes they'll be useful, sometimes they won't. And the way Hero's Path, all it's saying is that there's one of those items there. So the main difference is that Way of the Hero is tied intrinsically to logic, whereas Hero's Path is it isn't at all. Yeah, basically. Sorry, go ahead.
Still have not found much in GTG. Just the second magic.
Fanta finally.
Hookshot.
Finally finding that hookshot.
And Dotso finally decides it's time to wake up Mario.
Yeah. Best sound effect in the game. And yeah, thinking of Hero's Path as just this area is not foolish is also pretty much a decent way to think about it.
Though Fan's about to get Strength 2, I assume we're going to see him go to Spirit here in short order.
Yeah, with that mirror shield, that seems like a pretty good play. So he's grabbing a fish. I don't know if he's just grabbing it just in case, or is planning for that for his death.
Does he not have the OOT hint? I mean, without Sarias, it's not in logic, so it's not likely to have anything right now.
The having Talon be the Nightfall sound would be amazing, because it would make it seem like he's a werewolf. That was a green. Was that Shadow Temple Hero's Path?
I did not see that hint at all. I completely missed it. Alright, Shadow Hero's Path.
That's a interesting one. currently none of our players actually have access to Shadow yet because they haven't found any fire source. But interesting. No, Paz and Way of the Heroes can't overlap. We actually had an issue with that at the start that would actually override one or the other, and you'd only get 2 hints. But that's been fixed now. They still can't be referring to the same thing though.
Don't think I did not see Egg pick it up, so I'm guessing it was not anything. The freestanding item.
Oh, we got lots of zooming on screen right now. On Egg's side, he's actually doing an easier version. On Dot's side, we saw a Hess, which you saw he was able to move left and right. Egg was doing a simpler version that's just a super slide. That's when you roll into an explosive and you shield it at the right time. It sends you straight backwards. It has the same speed as a Hess, but you can't move, you can't control your movement left and right. You always go backwards in a straight line.
Alright, well we have our Spirit Dip. With Strength 2, coincidentally enough. So no Super Slide shenanigans today.
What's in a Spirit Dip? Is it like cheese? What do you dip into it? Vegetables?
It's at least 2 layers because you got to come in here twice.
Good point. Definitely 2 layer. That's a very good point. Clearly 2 layers.
Not key locked. Always nice.
Looks like we got 3 Spirit Dips. Yeah, Child Spirit. Interesting.
Only 1 can complete right now. I mean, it is in logic. We found that slingshot in GTG, so Child Spirit is available. No, it's not. I'm sorry, no. We cannot get across the bridge at the moment.
I don't think we found, opponent song. Do we know where it is? I don't think so.
We have not seen a hit for it either. Just a second, Bo.
Always funny in DDR where seeing someone do Child Spirit as Child is the rarity. Well, we'll see. Hopefully Egg goes and grabs those hover bits, because that will be super nice for him. In particular, that should give him access to Water Temple as well. Fanta has the boss key. My guess is they're going to keep going through the rest of the dungeon. They could theoretically do a statue climb. It is very difficult to do, but it would save them from completing the rest of the dungeon. My guess is they're not going to go for it, but we'll see.
Hey, Dobby. Where'd you hide all the items? We haven't seen anything in a while.
You weren't supposed to mention that. I just want to keep it interesting though, so I've been keeping them in my apartment.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, are we boomerang or a fire source away from glow mode? I think we are at the moment. Nope, never mind. So, I think we are now in glow mode, are we not?
I think so. At least no mode. No one has all of the no one has all of the items together, but collectively I think we are.
Not so deciding. No, I don't want to play your game again. Just let me keep what I already have, and we're gonna start over.
Okay. He's doing a trick here called Put Away OI. If you have a blue bottle in your hand, and you put it away, and then 1 frame later you repress the bottle button, the game just gives you an ocarina. This is a 1.0 exclusive glitch, but since Rando uses 1.0, you can do it in Rando. This would be the reason you're not allowed to use your ocarina in this minigame. It's because if you play Sunsong, yeah, all the doors stay unlocked, but you can just reset it.
And get more keys.
Yeah.
And the funny side effect of not opening the chest makes the chest go away.
This is just basic science. I don't know what to tell you.
So that scale, then, is Way of the Hero. Interesting.
This logic is going to be quite a puzzle to figure out afterwards.
It's either Rudo's letter or Lab Dive, then.
And I thought we saw Rudo's letter. Thought someone checked that, but I don't remember what it was.
I did not. No, the Rudo's letter check. No pen, not Rudo's letter, not the 40 skulls. It scale could lead to long shot, assuming something else is in GTG. That is possible.
Also, happy 1 hour, everyone. If you're just joining us, you're currently watching the Dungeon Door Requirement Tournament. This is the 3rd qualifier race of 8, and so another 5 qualifier races after this. Dungeon Door Requirement, or DDR rule set. It's a glitched rule set between No I Am Wrongward and Standard that bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game while allowing more of a quality of life stuff. Oops. That's the button. Yeah. So, also, special thank you for our trackers today. We got Bluey42, Siberion, Mini Beast, and No Pain Named Girl who are helping us out and keeping track of where everything is. Thank you so much for helping out. We also have on commentary Dobby Digital, which is myself, as well as Cubs Rule 21, who is both our restreamer and my co-commentator. And so, double thank you for Cubs. If you are looking to try out this rule set, we do have obviously the 5 more qualifier races. But in addition, if you want to go to the randomizer website in the dev build section, and you can try out the preset, and that has the DDR preset, and that has all the settings you have here, including the 1S/5M and the DDR hint distribution. One reminder is that it does use glitchless logic, and so you are not required to do any glitches to beat the game. It can be beaten 100% glitchlessly. If you are looking to learn more about the rule set or tricks in general, we also invite you to either check out the DDR discussion channel in the OOTR Discord, or the DDR S1 discussion, both of which have people who would be happy to help guide you. Yeah, we have had people win by playing completely glitchlessly. Meanwhile, we've got Fanta Tank going for the Twin Roba fight. As expected, he's got Mirror Shield, so this is a very good spot for him to get his, I think, second medallion.
Third, actually.
Third. Oh, he's got the water one.
So, probably see him go to Shadow next, and with that being Hero's Path, that could lead us to our 5th medallion.
It could.
If it happens to be a boomerang or... What the hell was our last one? I forget right now. Well, yeah, if it's boomerang... If it's boomerang or long shot, because long shot would give him water as well.
Yeah. And so, well, we'll see. It could be something... Oh, personally, I'm kind of hoping, because it would be funny, that it's fire arrows. Because by the time you get to it in Shadow, it's completely lost. It's completely worthless to you. But it could be, for the hope of Fanta, he's hoping it's something like Boomerang or Long Shot. I think those are the only two that he really hopes for at this point.
Well, he wouldn't mind hovers as well, but we know where they are.
Yeah, we know they can't be hovers. Yeah, I don't sure I understand this fire play by Dotso. He can fully clear water, and that's a medallion. So I'm not sure why he's going for the stone fire play.
One hour in, Egg finally doing his child song.
Songs are overrated. It's fine. We do get a nice clear view on Egg side, though, where this is Super Slide. See, the normal setup is you just drop 2 bombs and then roll into it at a certain time. I think there's like 4 or 5 frames leeway, so there's quite a good amount of time. And hold shield, and that's going to be straight backwards.
The old test of when you started playing Ocarina of Time, whether you do a Hess with 1 bomb or 2 bombs.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely the old school way is definitely to use 1 bomb, but you do have more leniency if you use 2. Ooh, well, meanwhile, on the bottom left, we actually see Sage going for hookshot jump into Shadow.
I assume Fanta's following him, and just has no better way to get to Cack at the moment.
Yeah, we don't have, like, Nocturne or anything particularly useful. We know what Song of Time is. I don't know if anyone our players have seen that hint.
It is Minuet.
Minuet, okay. Just thinking it could be some convoluted logic where the Shadow Temple item is useful, and like if Song of Time were to be an item to beat one of the other dungeons, and then Nocturne, maybe Nocturne could be like could be vanilla, and then could that work? Yeah, there might be some comment.
We need a hammer, or we need the other hook shot to put hovers in logic.
Yeah. So see, is that this one definitely has some convoluted logic. It'll be very interesting to piece together.
Only somebody had rolled it with a spoiler log.
Unfortunately, it's a race. We got him. But that's okay. We have enough players, so hopefully someone will have found everything. That's our hope. Egg doing the start of Child Spirit, one a child, and two with a Deku Shield equipped. That's a bold move, God. I'm terrified for Egg right now. There we go, we're good. We do have a path to the hero somewhere in Shadow Temple, so we're hoping it's something good.
So, fun fact, Datto still has the Eyeball Frog. He hadn't save warped yet.
Oh, wow.
We gonna see a Frog Warp, maybe? I don't know if he's gonna go to Lake anytime soon, but do we see a Frog Warp to go to Ice?
That would be amazing.
Don't think we've seen a big Oron hint either.
I don't think so. There should be one, but I don't think any of our players have found it. So, DDR, or Dungeon Door Requirement, it's the rule set that's used here. It's a glitch rule set designed to be between Noah and Rumwarp and Standard that bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game while allowing a lot of the quality of life to be protected. So if you're interested for more information, you can check out the link that has full details. The short version is that there's a bunch of super powerful glitches that are banned, well as you have to enter dungeons more or less the intended way, and you have to open boss or get to boss rooms by standing in front of the boss door and pressing X.
Fanta showing off, Link just standing in midair, pulling the block with ISG.
Yeah. Also to note, that is allowed, since that isn't technically hovering. You just have to have ISG, and the floor happens to vanish beneath you. It's not your fault the floor is just shoddily built. But in all seriousness, specifically for bomb hovering, it's in reference to using a damage source to hover, and so the floor falling is fine. Yeah, at this point, I don't know why Dots is going deep fire. My guess is he might have mistyped the hint.
He might be gunning all dungeons. Maybe he doesn't have the hint and is just making a play for AD.
It'd be very odd, though, because he already found the boss key, but also he doesn't have hammer. So it'd be weird to go through a deep fire when you already have that and you're just going for all the dungeons.
We haven't found our second way of the hero. Could he have possibly found a fire way of the hero hint?
Possibly. I don't know.
We only have found Market. We haven't found the second.
That's possible. He might have missed it.
Well, no, he's failing.
Yeah, it is possible he's just trying to meta, going into weird locations. That is definitely possible.
Well, we're gonna have to ask him that when we get to the interview later. See what he's thinking here. Nothing yet so far in Shadow, and Egg choosing not to go back to River to get his mirror shield. They're just kind of running around and following in tracks at the moment.
I don't think Sage yet has found the opportunity here in Shadow, so we're still trying to hope it.
The hero's path has not been found. To hell with your killing all the enemies. I'm just gonna clip in here.
Yeah, murder is wrong.
Unless it's pots.
Yeah, that's fine. I would personally say that violence is wrong, and this includes violence. But apparently, Cubs is fine beating up Skull Kid and stealing a bunch of money.
I mean, he had to come in after what's coming to Majora's Mask. Okay.
That is fair, but I don't know if it's okay to preemptively punish him for that.
You're saving the world from. You're saving Termina from those events. That's
We're
all
saving the world from devastation to unite all people within our nation.
No.
Man, no denouncing the evils of truth and love. On the top right, we do see Egg. It looks like also going for that to put away OI. Or just getting lucky, That's also possible.
No, he did do put away.
Okay, perfect.
And then he needed one more key to finish. Oh, that's one way to get down there.
Yeah. That's one way to get back up. Honestly, it's probably the fastest way to get back up.
It's like, you know what? I have hovers. Screw this. Sage just not back walking far enough there before trying to side hop. Unfortunately, missing the quick trip through.
Yeah, if you're looking, if you want to know what that setup is he's doing, it's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right. You put your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight. Oh wait, sorry, that's the time warp. That's not the setup there. My bad. I always get the two mixed up.
Yeah, we're deep here into Shadow. We haven't found anything yet.
I think Axe would disagree on not finding anything. On behalf of Axe.
Oh,
Titties.
Lake Hylia, way of the hero, apparently.
Lake Hylia, way of the what?
That's what
for that.
We're getting from one of our trackers.
Is that going to be for the dive item? Oh,
well, okay. Is that our hero's path item? I don't know if lights are on the.
They are not. So that is a very interesting one, since that means our players are going to need a fire source. Also, Little Red, those settings aren't correct. Those look to be the standard settings. This is using the DDR weekly settings. You can find the precise list if you go to the online dev build on the randomizer website and use the DDR preset. The general gist is that it has one stone for the Ganon to access Ganon's power, and then 5 medallions to get Ganon's boss key. In addition, there is useful cutscenes turned on and a DDR hint distro.
So yeah, for Fanta, long shot or boomerang puts him in go mode at this point. Sage would need boomerang, and that's his go mode.
Yeah.
We head to the maze.
I'll see what's back here. What's back here could make a huge difference, since if it's
Well,
Boomerang.
There's gold scale at the Rudo letter.
Interesting. That's not super helpful, though.
Yes, it is. Scale lock scale leading to lab dive.
Well, but it could. Do we know what's at lab dive? Because
No.
it could also be logical access to, like, Zora's domain.
We're about to find it. No, that is a scale lock scale.
Oh, exactly what I mean. Because you could need the one scale in order to access Zora's domain, and so you'd be required to get that first scale.
Bombs are Sphere Zero. There's Boomerang. That is Go mode for Sage. Will be Go mode for Fanta as well. And there's a hammer on lab dive. Scale. So our way the hero could be either the scale or the hammer, actually. But again, with the Boomerang and Shadow, that will put both Fanta and Sage into Go mode.
Yeah.
The difference is Sage still has to do water.
Yeah. See, Fanta has an extra dungeon done.
Yeah. And depending where that water could be, 2 minutes, it could be 10 minutes. We don't know where that boss key is.
The good news is that both Fanta and Sage are going to be going into Jabu in Go mode. And so in DDR for Go mode, Jabu, it's pretty fast, since you can just Mega Flip in order to access the boss room much earlier than your click.
So, Dobby?
Yeah?
What the actual fuck did you roll? This is gonna be a 135 seed at this point?
Yeah, if it's 135, that's actually pretty good. I think yesterday I rolled a 139 I think the Sage actually got a 139 yesterday, so we'll see. Sage finishing up Bongo Bongo to finish up Shadow Temple. And Sage is going to be going to Water. Well, either Water or Jabu. I don't know which one first. Whereas Fanta is definitely going to Jabu after this.
Quite literally, blink and you miss it, Bongo.
Yeah. Sage opting for the quick kill. For some reason, the hitbox for Bongo is active even before you jump down there. And so what they did there is they use a bomb in order to trigger that. And then you jump down with ISG to kill it super quickly. There you go, Siberian. That freestanding item was just a heart piece. And GGG.
And Fanta choosing not to do the quick kill, just will fight Bongo the normal way.
There is a risk if you do the quick kill and you screw it up. It is possible to actually soft lock. So it is risky, and if you're not comfortable with it, it's best to just fight it. It saves like 20 seconds. Meanwhile, we see Dotso weird-shotting its way all across GTG.
So, that Mirror Shield is coming back to pay off big time for Fanta here.
Now, that Mirror Shield's definitely very nice for him.
Now, at this point, Dotso did not pick up... Neither Dotso nor Egg have Din, so I know Datso was in Spirit. I don't know how much he did.
Ooh, you know what I'm actually hoping happens? Neither Egg nor Datso find Din's Fire. Get that or fire arrows. Get that light arrows in Shadow Temple hint, and then do QPA and try to find a child. That's my hope.
They would need to, well, to get
Oh, they
that,
don't have Nocturne.
well, the only way they could get around that would be to get the Mirror Shield and go through Spirit, in which case they'll find Dins.
True. Unfortunate. Dean, our dreams of a child shadow are dashed again.
That's right, Datso did Child Spirit. He hasn't been there as adult. And since Crazy Dance isn't legal. Two different methods of getting Eric. I have to think this is faster. I mean, Sage has a scale. At least he hasn't marked, so have to think it's faster to just save quit there.
Yeah, I would think probably if you're a child especially.
Hey, so about that 40 Skull Rudo's letter. About that.
We actually have in the DDR hint distro, we explicitly say that we don't want hints for Way of the Hero Rudo's letter. Since as you'll see, it is very, very much optional. The child version is much harder than the adult version. Adult version, you literally target a wall and jump slash and you clip out of bounds. It's the easiest clip in the entire game. As child, we actually have to work a little bit for this. We'll see which version Sage is going for.
I mean, adult is actually glitchless now.
Yeah, true. I think there are versions for glitchless. I think for both child and adult, because you can do the jumps. Yeah, it looks like Sage went for the ledge cancel. So that's a trick where you climb, and as you climb, you're shielding damage. And that causes the camera to get really wonky and not load things correctly. So that allows you to just walk through.
Datso just yeeted himself to Lake.
He really wants that way of the hero, what can we say?
I think he already... wasn't he the one we saw it? He already did.
He doesn't have hammer.
Datso doesn't mark his stuff.
That's true.
He's had 50 skulls mark the entire scene.
He does it weirdly that he marks his skulls in reverse. That's like keeping track of the maximum number he needs. He does skulls weirdly on his tracker.
Yes, I've had the pleasure of trying to track Datso before. Quote Datso, my tracker is for me, not for anyone else. It is certainly an experience, I will say.
Yeah, Egg's going to bottom of the well. So as we were mentioning way earlier, during cutscenes, Link just doesn't follow physics for water correctly. And so if you anger a chicken, which he did there using ISG, so it would do it while he was carrying it, the second you let go of it, it's going to trigger that cutscene of them getting mad at you. So what he does is he positions himself right next to the well, so he shield drops the chicken and then backflips into the water, and that causes you to clip straight to the bottom and be able to walk right in. We like to joke that that's the only allowed, or that it's actually illegal in DDR to use Song of Storms to access Bottom of the Well. We joke, but, we will dodge shame. Yeah, I think Datso is our first player to go into Water Temple. Which is interesting, because a lot of our players have had access for a while. Water Temple definitely, I think... I'm not sure if you know for sure, Cups, but I think there aren't that many items in Water Temple. I think there's like 3?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 items, 6 keys, and a boss key.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Because at this point, Jay, we don't care about logic.
Yeah.
We just care about, I have a dungeon for a medallion, I can beat it, we're done.
Yeah. It would depend too. Water is one of the more variable dungeons in terms of like how long it takes to complete, even in Go mode.
And you also have to keep in mind, we don't have Serenade. So getting back here is going to be ridiculous. No Serenade, no Epona. Yes, you can Hess across the field, but that's still going to take time.
Yeah.
So if you're here, you might as well just do it and say screw it. And with that, that is Go mode for Fanta.
Yeah.
Yes, and Jay, Datso's here.
Yeah.
He was planning on going to GTG, and now he's here, because he messed up the Mega Flip.
Yeah. My guess is probably you're right, Jay, that's why people put it off, is just because they don't like it, and they don't want to spend the time doing the checks for the couple items.
Sage did pick up Serenade from somewhere, I don't know where. Oh, it looks like he just got it for being Jabu.
Yeah, probably Knocker.
No, it was on Prelude.
That was on Prelude.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, I mean, nice. We won't say no to that.
Yeah, decent chance it's Vanilla Nocturne at this point.
Well, Fanta now heading to try and beat Ganon, so not that far from being finished. Sage is just one dungeon behind, needs to find that boss key, is hoping for an early DK in Water. Water is one of the ones that's like one of the most variable dungeons for how long it takes, just because so much just depends on where it wants to put that boss key. You get lucky, you can beat all of Water in like 3 minutes.
And he's in Shadow.
That'll be good for Egg, because that'll get him the boomerang and those light arrows.
Oh no, I'm sorry, he's in the well.
Okay.
Yeah, nope.
The other dead hand.
I was about to say, he doesn't have Din, so did he find fire arrows, but not on his tracker.
Yeah, and true. It's also variable based on your route, since if you do 2 different routes through Water, it can also change how fast you find the boss key by like easily 5 minutes.
So being able to skip Water here is paying off big for Fanta.
Yeah. Especially since our players are going into Spirit Temple anyway for that Din's Fire.
There's no way anybody gets that Mirror Shield at this point.
Yeah, I doubt any of our players are going back there.
I think Egg has the only chance, given that he's already Child.
Yeah, I do like that clip that Datso did for the push. That is pretty slick.
Nothing doing here in well either.
Wow. Datso has Iron Boots. So I guess he's doing this either for the swag or to avoid changing the water level.
I'd assume changing the water level.
He's got Zelda's Lullaby too, so... I guess it also skips that fight that you have to do down there, so...
Yeah.
If you get it fast enough, my guess is this is fast.
And there's boss key.
Rewarded with that boss key. Meanwhile, we see Fanta going for the Ganondorf fight.
No hammer, so we will see a big Oron sword for Ganon.
Imagine being able to ISG in this fight. When I do this fight, it's about 2 frames per second.
And so now we come to the part of the game where Morphous Hitbox does not exist.
Joy of Morphin Hitbox, have fun.
It is a myth.
Nope, they patched it back into the game. Just you said that, and they patched it in. Clean first phase from Fanta for Ganon.
Oh, Egg actually found himself Saria's song.
Nice.
I have no idea where, but he did.
We'll see if he ends up going to River and grabbing that check, because that could be very interesting to find that near shield.
A composer grave with Saria, apparently.
Oh, and this is Fanta getting ready for the final hits. Meanwhile, Egg's doing Resonant Sleeper minigun. I don't know if any other players did this. I don't remember if this being good.
Fanta did. I don't remember it being anything.
Yeah, at this point, I think we found most of our major items, so...
And that is GG for Fanta, taking it down in,
GG.
I completely missed it, 136-28.
GG.
Fanta will be joining us here in a couple minutes. Then we will have a short interview there. Meanwhile, Sage is about to get his boss key. He will be in go mode. And Egg and Dotso, unless one of them goes to... If either of them go to Adult Spirit, they are in go mode. They don't know it yet, but they will be in go mode.
And we'll see if Egg finds that mirror shield. That will be extra incentive for him to go there.
He might actually. Like Dotso's making his way back to GTG at this point.
Meanwhile, it looks like Sage is going straight to Morpho, and then we'll be going to Ganon's castle after that. Indeed. Did Doctor not do open grotto?
I do not know, honestly.
Apparently, he didn't do open grotto. Interesting.
I can understand not just you're never in South Hyrule, it just happens. And we are joined by Fanta. GG, well done, sir.
GG.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh, hello.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts after that scene?
It went pretty well. It wasn't that went wrong, really. Besides Ganon's castle, that was basically a waste of time. Besides that, it was good.
It was actually unfortunate for the order you did. One of we're not sure which one the path the hero was pointing to, but there were actually hover boots in trials.
Oh really? Where were they?
The second check-in spirit trial, so like the invisible chest.
Right. That's unfortunate, but I guess it worked out with that wrong anyway. So.
Thankfully, you didn't end up needing those. You actually, so far, your major advantage over all the other players on Restream is definitely that mirror shield that you found. So far, no one has done that check otherwise.
Yeah, that was I went there because of the scale with the hero, but I assume the scale isn't where the hero and there's something on Glenn's game.
It looks like
it actually is.
It's
Rudo's bottle is the second scale with the hammer on Lab Dive.
oh, I see. What you need the hammer for? Oh yeah, for the hook shot.
Yep.
for hookshot and hookshot locking Zelda's Lullaby.
It's a bit nasty.
Natsu, now that he has that hammer, has decided to finish fire.
Don't know why. Oh. No? What's... Yeah, we know that this isn't Nocturne. What are you hoping from this song, Dotso?
Maybe it's just thinking, hoping for a long shot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
with these settings, you need one stone in order to access Ganon's castle, and then you need 5 medallions to get Ganon's boss game. So you are not required to get all 6 medallions.
So Egg just deciding to go do water.
Yeah, that is going to be one of his medallions. So
Okay. They just need, if they go to Adult Spirit, they are in Go mode.
yeah,
And that is precisely where Datsu's heading.
yeah, which will be good because I'll get him the Din's Fire he needs. Right now, that Din's Fire, not only is it locking the Boomerang, which is the next dungeon, their 5th medallion, it's also locking the light arrows.
Yeah, that light arrow location was really nice. Being able to go mode everything.
Yeah, we as you're going through Shadow Temple, Fanta, we're looking through. I think Sage might have been. He was doing Shadow at the same time. I think he might have been just a little bit ahead of you. And like we were trying to find out what Hero's path hint was, and then found those light arrows. We're like, well, guess someone's going here.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Definitely.
can't really get around Shadow. And have to do.
It's definitely another spot where your mirror shield pointing you to Spirit Temple was extra nice.
Yeah.
Since that led to that Din's Fire, which leads to Shadow.
I did kind of have that in the back of my mind to push Spirit, so I figured if you don't do early Child River there, you're just never gonna. And required anyway, so I'm gonna do it.
You know, we see Sage is entering the Ganon fight, so should be finishing up pretty soon as well. See, if I remember right, Din's Fire was pretty far into Adult Spirit.
It was
It was
the
Child
statue hand. No, you're right. It was Child Climb, yeah. Oh, Dotso did not find a key on Child's side, or he would have had this an hour ago. I forgot about that.
Ooh, that's going to be unfortunate then. But I will let Dotso do Shadow Temple. We'll see if he goes, once he finds Inspire, if he immediately goes Shadow, or if he continues Spirit.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. I don't know what I do. With the pin, I guess you just go Shadow.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Dotso has found that hint for Path.
There's a lot of things that hint can give you that's kind of not useful though, so maybe it is.
And there is Sage finishing in second, 145.16.
GG's.
Will be joining us for an interview in a moment.
Also, welcome everyone from Zelda Speedruns, the main channel. If you're just joining us from there, this is the third qualifier match for the DDR tournament. DDR is a glitched rule set between Standard and No Iron Palm Warp that bans some of the most powerful glitches in the game while allowing for a lot of quality of life glitches. Looking for more information about the rule set, find it over at that link there in the wiki. Joining us on comms, we have currently Fanta Tank, who finished this race and who's finished this race already. And I think, if based on the sounds of it, Sage is going to be also joining us too.
In just a few minutes, I believe, yes.
Just a few minutes.
Just open the chest. No, he'll get in a moment.
He really wants that skull, what can we say? There we go.
Yep.
Is he looks like he's at least opening this chat.
Just in case Mirror Shield's in here.
No, and it looks like he's keep going.
Well,
or he's deciding. Now he's bailing.
Yeah, he's going to Shadow.
Probably
I
the
don't-
best choice if he has that hint.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the hint or not, to be honest.
Yeah. We hope he does.
And joined now by Sage. GG, well done.
GG.
Hello, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep. We can hear you.
Okay, good.
There we go. What are your thoughts on the seed, Sage?
Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Did anybody find Mirror Shield? I wonder where that was.
Yep. Fanta actually found it.
Oh, really? Where was that?
Frogs one.
Ah, frogs. Okay.
That was actually the major thing that helped Fanta is finding that mirror shield at Frogs 1.
Okay.
Found it pretty early too, which majorly helped find the point towards that Din's Fire.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Yeah. It was a pretty straightforward seed. Nothing too crazy, wild or wonderful. Good times.
Yeah, pretty much the same for me. Just, it wasn't really much to it from my side. So I was kind of just doing dungeons.
We were we did find it interesting. Sage, both you and Fanta were in Shadow Temple at the same time. Fanta had the advantage of it being of one extra dungeon being completed, was being Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
But both of you guys were in Shadow at the same time going through, so that was quite interesting.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Because, if you had Mirror Shield when we were going through to find Din's Fire, then you could just beat that dungeon right there. You don't gotta worry about Water Temple or nothing.
Yeah. Which is somewhat gross location for the boss key and Water Temple.
Could have been worse, honestly.
Could have been worse, but...
It could have been better, but it's not the worst possible place it could have been. Dragon Head Chest or River Chest, either of those would have been garbage.
And that was also Fanta, I think, another thing you got lucky for skipping Water Temple.
Yeah.
So, personally, out of curiosity, Fanta, had you found Long Shot and Boomerang, would you go Jabu or would you go Water? My guess is you go Jabu.
I think I go Water just to avoid the adult travel position. It's a little bit of travel to get to Jabu with all the Serenade.
Oh, sure, you're already...
Water. And if it's in the first check, then it's probably one of the quickest dungeons you can do.
Yeah, it is definitely the annoying part for Water is that it varies so much based on where the boss key is.
I didn't have Serenade actually, so I don't know.
Serenade was actually on. It was on the Forest Medallion check, which was kind of convenient.
Yeah, so I would have had to. Yeah, I got Serenade when I was on the way to Ganon. Yeah, I probably would have done Jabu actually, just because having free loot just makes it pretty quick, especially with Vanilla Spawn.
Yeah, Vanilla Spawn plus also, I think you also had a scale too, so
Yeah,
quite fast to get there.
Yeah, definitely.
And good news for Dotso, he is going through Shadow Temple, which will be both a medallion for him, as well as his Go Mode Boomerang, and the light arrows that he's going to need to win. So he is going to be in Go Mode once he gets to the end here.
I always find it a weird choice to kind of try to skip the center of Shadow. It wouldn't have worked in this seed, but you managed to, you save a lot of time.
Yeah, well, I think you'd have to do gate skip and then go backwards. I think because when the light arrows, I think, were in the Gyptos room, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get light arrows with the boss key in the Crusher room, so you would have just ended up wasting time.
Yeah.
If you had Ferora's Wind, that might be a good idea, but I don't know.
Yeah, if I had that Ferora's Wind died, I think I would have done that.
Yeah, Ferora's Wind gate skip is never really a bad idea with Ferora's Wind, because you only have to ride the boat once.
Yeah.
You can just do the Gibdo room real quick, if you have the keys for it, and then run to the back of the maze, leave a Ferora's Wind, and then go forward until you find the key.
Also interesting because I don't think any of our players found FW, or not that we saw at least.
I wonder where it was. Just such a nice art. Just helping, especially in DDR, where you make those risky plays perceived a bit shorter.
Yeah, definitely want, not only obviously for Shadow, FW is amazing, but even in general. Dotso would have probably liked that for Fire Temple.
Yeah, it saves a bunch of time in Fire, and even saves a bunch of time in Shadow. Well, I mean, even if you're doing Shadow normally, not like skipping. Yeah. Oh.
It's getting trolled a bit by those guillotines.
Yikes.
The hitboxes on these guillotines are always a mystery to me.
I usually just wait until the first one drops down, and then if you just roll forward after that point, then you shouldn't get hit. The cycle is usually pretty set up with that. A bit safer.
Yeah, and it's definitely worth avoiding getting knocked down, because getting knocked down is like a minute.
Yeah, a lot of time.
So, did anybody like figure out what the Wathen market was? Because all I found there was a scale, and I didn't bother going back. Or I guess I could have pushed it, but I assumed at the time it was for Bombay because I hadn't found the one in Ganon's. But once I found that, I was like, maybe it's not.
It was indeed the scale, which led to the second scale on Rudo Bottle, and then Hammer on Lab Dive.
Why is Hammer Wath though?
It locks Hook Shot.
It locked Hookshot, and Hookshot locked Zelda's Lullaby.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
You could get
Wow.
a lullaby without hookshot. Bolero was on.
Yeah. Bolero.
Where's Bolero? No.
It was early.
Oh yeah, then.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
then
anyway,
that-
you need it for water, so I'll do
The
it.
the hook shot also locked hovers in Spirit
yeah.
Trial.
Okay, that all makes sense. That's kind of convoluted, but it makes sense. Oh.
It's logical in a illogical kind of way.
Oh, it's perfectly logical. It's just slow and boring.
Welcome to Rando.
We have mega flips. We have the technology.
And the glitch logic does not support that yet, unfortunately. Soon though, soon.
Dude,
TM.
soon TN. Shoutouts to Dusty Umbra. Working on Glitch Logic 2.0.
Yeah, but
I'm excited for Glitch Logic 2.0. It's going to be exciting. Going to be pretty cool.
It'd be fantastic.
So Egg giving us a fountain look that we haven't seen yet.
does Egg have Requiem?
He does. He just has not been. I don't think he's been to Spirit at all. I don't think he. Dotso did Child Spirit. I don't believe Egg has done that.
Did anybody go to GTG? That was the only opportunity hint I found.
Egg and Dotso did, and all we found was Second Magic.
Yikes. I was gonna go there if that boomerang hadn't been there. That was my next stop, probably.
Yeah, so. But I would have probably checked market first. I didn't realise that was where the hero. But I guess at that point you can get Hammer. Kind of tells you it's where the hero. No, not very.
I think it's interesting in this case. One of the hero's patents was completely useless. Another one pointed you to the boomerang, which was super useful.
I only found the GTG one. I didn't find any others. I
There was
think.
Shadow and
There was Shadow, ETG, and Inside Ganon's Castle.
yeah.
Okay, 2 of those are very good.
I mean, 1.5 because there was also the Iron Boots in Ganon's Castle.
Well, I mean, the hover boots make up for that, and iron boots
Yeah.
aren't terrible, but
Yeah.
hover boots are the nice thing in there for real.
Yeah.
I was surprised to find both of them in there, to be honest with you, but I was like, okay, I'll take them.
Ganon was running a shoe store today.
Conveniently all in Link size. Nice to see Egg here going for a clip. This only you can do this clip without iron boots, but it's only useful to do it with iron boots. You like get yourself wedged in the wall and that pushes you out of bounds. Uh, there's water here that's kind of like designed for you to use iron boots to get out. But water in this game, like out of bounds, it extends like infinitely up and down, and so he's able to use that to climb up and then use iron boots to go through ice cavern completely backwards, which is faster.
Ice Cavern with glitches is so cool. It's too bad that Ice Cavern is always bad.
So cool, you say?
Yeah. It's such a cool dungeon to see done backwards like that.
Boo this man.
Some might even call it cold.
I quite enjoy it, except Ice Cavern's always bad, so that's kind of unfortunate. So you never really see it.
Well, there's
that
Nocturne in ice. Yeah, that will help Egg once he goes to Adult Spirit.
Oh, I never seen that before. Interesting.
Egg is Strat Secret.
I always Hess out of there, but I didn't know you could have shot that guy.
No, I didn't think.
Makes sense. So I didn't know you could reach him.
You can hookshot the freezers, yeah.
Well, I knew you could hookshot the freezers. I just didn't know that. I thought you would hit the ice if you tried to hit them, but I guess it's all enough.
I don't think he actually hookshot the freezer though, because it didn't damage the freezer. I think he hit one of the stalagmites.
Those usually just break though if you hit them with hook rod.
He hookshotted something
Yeah.
that I've never seen hookshotted in that way before.
Absolutely, yes.
God, that camera was terrifying, Egg. I was having a heart attack the entire time you were doing that clip.
We heard you needed something to hold more blue fire. Have a bottle.
I don't need a bottle. I'm going to clip through this ice. I have bombs.
Evelyn knows bombs are better than blue fire.
Yeah, until somebody decides to put blue fire into glitch logic for DC. Then there's a long shot.
Nice. There you go. There's your useful ice cavern.
Oh, Ice Cavern.
Never
on that wrong. Watch him look up ready.
It's kind of unfortunate for Egg, though. He already has hover boots, so that long shot is just completely useless.
Yeah.
And he's already beaten water.
I mean, that too.
Datso is in go mode, yes.
Yep. Should be pretty fast for him, too, since he's already done water. And for some reason, fire. So he'll just need to go and beat Jabu after this, and then he's good to go.
There's
GG for exit.
Yep. Third place at 2:02:01. I think this is Exo's first qualifier, whereas
No, he
third for both of you.
He was actually in the last one too. I think he won.
Okay.
He came first place last week.
Gotcha.
Exo joined last week, but this is Juke's first week.
Yeah.
This is my second one, I think. Well, I copied the first one. My first one, not actually mine.
There was love, too.
And Egg finally heading out to Adult Spirit will find his Dins and eventually his Boomerang for his go mode. So,
Oof.
Dotso headed toward Jabu. Egg will shortly be in a position to get his Dins and hopefully go straight to Shadow.
And we definitely hope so. We definitely hope that he goes straight to Shadow at this point, since we know that he won't find the Mirror Shield in here. That'd basically be the only thing you'd really want to do here.
Yeah. Please. I don't know if he got the shadow in. It's still the dungeon. Probably just minute.
Oh, that's true. I don't know. I don't know. Does he have it marked down for the Path of Fear? Because that would definitely encourage you to go to Shadow. That is true, Fanta. I don't think so. I don't think he's got it marked down. So we'll see. Hopefully he goes for Shadow, regardless.
I think Egg likes to do weird shadow routes, so I won't be surprised if he tries to do the gear skip.
I think Egg usually likes to do weird routes in general.
Yeah.
No, he's just making setup vids right now.
Oh yeah, we're still waiting for that setup video on how to exit Link's house.
Hey, it is the hardest trick in the game.
It is hard to trick.
Did we see the second We're the Hero?
Yeah, Lake Hylia was the other one. So our current thought is it's Scale are the two We're the Heroes.
Like Hylia, wasn't he just hammered for the bookshelf? I guess it could be either, really.
Yeah, Lake could have been either item, either the second scale or the hammer.
True. They both could be required.
And
There's
there's
Zenfire.
Egg.
Come on, Egg. Go to Shadow. You can do it.
Well, so
Yes, he's doing it.
Overworld travel.
Yeah, Night Nocturne definitely coming in handy.
Dotso probably 7 to 10 minutes from finishing.
Mirror and Shadow. That would be mean logic. She'd be like, oh, do you want to force double dip?
I honestly wouldn't have minded that. Because
I mean, water boss key was pretty bad. That would have been better.
Yeah, if Mirror Shield had been in Shadow, that would have been fine, because then, like, I already have the boss key for Spirit. I could just run in and beat it. It's no big deal.
Especially since you had hover boots, too.
Right.
So I think that's slightly easier for Statue Climb. Nice. The next phase 1 for Dotso. never been good at that quick kill for phase 1. I always throw the Deku Nuts too late, and then they just half of them die, and it makes me sad.
Definitely, it's definitely one of the weirder boss fights. Takes some practice.
It looks super nice when it's done well, though. It's like chef kiss.
Alright, Dotso getting his final medallion, and we'll be shortly heading to make some bacon.
Bacon. I think he has Prelude, so this will be quite fast for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think Dotso- You're gonna take out. All right. GG once again.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for the restream.
GG, sir, and we'll hopefully see you back next week.
Yeah. See you.
Bye-bye.
One thing also be nice for Dotso is he did already get all the way to the Ganon's boss key chest, so he's already cleared half of the climb.
Still going to be very interested once Dotso gets in here to ask him about Fire Temple.
Oh yes, that will be definitely interesting. Oh, also we missed it, everyone. Happy 2 hour. As a reminder, you guys are watching the Dungeon Door or DDR rule set, and this is the third qualifier race for the first tournament for the DDR rule set. There are 5 more races after this, all Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. UTC. The DDR is a glitch rule set that's designed to be between standard and no iron wall warp that bans some of the powerful glitches in the game while allowing a lot of quality of life glitches. If you are interested in trying it out, you can check out the exact settings on the OT Randomizer website. You can check out the dev build and the DDR preset on there. That has all of the settings. If you are interested in learning tricks or techniques or revving in general and discussing, you can check out in the Discord. You can check out the DDR discussion channel or the DDR S1 discussion channel, both of which have people who are plenty happy to help you learn. Also, take this opportunity once again to thank the trackers. We got Bluey42, Siberian Minibeast, and No Pen Named Girl. Thank you guys so much for tracking. As well as, of course, my co-commentator and the restreamer for this race, Cubs Rule 21. And finally, if you are enjoying these runners, we encourage you to go follow them. Many of them are probably going to be continuing the races that you've got going there, and a lot also participate in a ton of pickup races for DDR. Notably, Sage, who's on the restream with us, does a ton of those. So you can follow the runners at the links posted below.
Yes, please come join us for pickup races. They are much fun, and you learn a lot.
If you are interested in joining those pickup races, if you go to the bot channel and the OOT Randomizer Discord, you can add the DDR rule, and that's usually what is pinged for these races. And I'm always jealous, all you VC players actually getting to see this fight. Yes, Elijah. Oh, GG for Duke. Finishing at 2:13.20. Sniping Dotso by like a minute, maybe.
Still a couple people going off stream, but Datso seems likely to be our next finisher.
As long as he doesn't VC crash, that'd be unfortunate.
Like I asked. It would definitely be a bad time, in particular because I think he might still have Speed Frog. It would almost seem wrong to get rid of Speed Frog at this point. I'm hoping he pauses so we can check.
I thought maybe we would see a Frog Warp at some point. Egg. Why did Egg save Quit and Shadow?
I wasn't looking. Is he? Did he?
Might be. He might be. Oh, was he planning on gate clipping?
He's probably gonna. He must have found the boss key, and he's like, okay, I'm out.
Unless he's planning on going backwards from here.
Yeah, he might do that too.
I'm hoping he doesn't just go straight to the boss, because that would be bad.
Oh, well, he was also taking advantage of... No, the last key is in the maze. He doesn't have a... Ooh. Oh, boy.
GG, Datso.
GG, well done. And we'll see if Datso's interested in coming in for an interview.
Hopefully so we can ask him about that Fire Temple play.
Yeah, he'll be in just a moment.
Perfect. There you go. Egg going backwards, so yeah, does find those light arrows.
Okay, there might still be something good in here. I'll still take this time. This time's fine. Honestly.
Now, will he get the Rang is the question.
For the fact that I've done literally everything, I'll take this time. It's not terrible execution, so I'll give it that, I guess.
Because the last key's in the maze.
We're still not go mode, though, so, you know. Oh, dude, I'm a healthy boy. Nice. So, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, Datso will be joining us shortly. And by shortly, I mean right now. GG, well done, Datso.
GG, Datso.
GG.
Oops.
Oh. I saw the green light pop up, but I didn't hear anything from Datso.
Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't
So, Datso, what are your thoughts overall about that scene?
Just do Child Spirit for it.
And then, yeah, I think also Fanta isn't here anymore. Was there? Fanta actually got a huge lead early on because he found Mirror Shield. That he's the only runner on Restream that actually found it. It was Frogs 1.
Okay.
So absolutely disgusting, and he actually found it within like the first half hour or so, I think. So had a major advantage there. We also do have to ask Datso, why the play to Fire Temple?
Goron, Tunic, and Hammer were way of the hero, and I knew it could have been for the hook shot, but I don't know Crater logic well enough because my brain isn't that wrinkled.
Well, unfortunately, Goron Tunic was not Way of the Hero. There was a wallet in Mido's house.
Well, Market was way of the hero, not
for the scale.
Kokiri.
Yeah.
The scale leads to the other scale on Rudo's bottle, which then leads to the hammer.
That's dumb. Whatever.
Yeah, it was very. It's very logic, shall we say? Very logic.
Yeah, kind of convoluted.
Just a bit.
Wait, where was the scale?
Scales were Richard and then Rudo Bottle.
Was Richard not Ice Arrows?
Richard was not Ice Arrows.
Where did I get Ice Arrows from?
I don't remember. Midos, apparently.
Oh.
Egg has it, so GTG maybe?
Items are too
Oh.
blue.
Ice Arrows were in Mido's house, apparently.
Useless items are too blue.
Sage,
Oh.
Sage, you don't have ice arrows marked off. I don't know if that's just because why bother, or did you find them?
I don't remember. I don't remember if I had them or not.
We're being told they were in Mido's house, so I'm assuming everybody found them.
I'm sure I must have found them then.
We're being told by trackers who are definitely the best people to know this information.
Ice arrows kind of. I tuned them out a little bit, I guess.
I tune out scales. It's like, oh, that was a scale? Well, whatever.
One of the rare scale way of the hero seeds.
I think there literally is like, so there's forest fire, the rest is spirit.
When I found the scale, I found the bomb bag in Zora's River, so I was thinking maybe it was that. But then I found the other one in Ganon, so I was like, okay, maybe there's something on the child thing. I'll go back later if I can't find anything. But I'm glad that I didn't go back because that was a huge rabbit hole.
I get routed relatively fine. I don't really have much qualms with how I played this seed too much. I mean, Child Side Spirit.
The hints in this one were definitely interesting. The opportunity hint pointing to Shadow was good. The opportunity hint pointing to I think there was one for the second magic in GTG, which was bad. And then again, it's Castle, which was either Iron Boots or Hover. So that one was decent.
Or the bomb bag.
Well,
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
at this point, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up and raid Egg as he finishes off. So, any final thoughts from anyone before we head on out?
Check Child Spirit forehead.
Was there a key on Child Spirit? I remember you were there.
Yeah, you could have just gotten Dins the first trip, and then you finished the seed 45 minutes earlier.
Oof.
From my side, thanks everyone for watching, and thanks Dotso and Sage for playing and joining for interview afterwards. We do have 5 more. We do have 5 more qualify races, so if people want to join in, you only have to join 3 races in order for your total to be counted on the leaderboard. So, you still have plenty of time to join in if you want for this tournament.
Yes, please join. DDR is great. We can do cool things. Be cool like us.
With that, we're again going to go ahead and raid Egg. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Please give our 4 runners a follow if you haven't already. Fanta, Egg, Sage, and Dotso. As well as our 4 trackers, just letting us sit here and talk like idiots for most of the race. Bluey, Minnie, No Pen Name Girl, and Siberion. Thank you very much, all 4 of you. A big thank you to my fellow co-commentator today, Dobby. Not only doing cons, but the tourney organizer at the moment.
Like Egg and Sheer are both helping up too. But yes, thank you so much for restreaming, Cubs.
Yep. Currently on ZSR, we do on ZSR the main channel. We're about to get started with the Minish Cap Rando weekly race, and on ZSR 3 we have a Wind Waker Rando tourney settings race also that just got underway. So please feel free to check those out if you're interested, as well as the ZSR schedule for the next few days. If I can type. Not much at the moment, but I'm sure things will... Okay, and I'm going to have words with the spot, apparently. But give the schedule a look. I'm sure things will fill up. It's kind of light at the moment, but I know there are a couple tournaments getting started here in the next week or two. Until next time, all, thank you very much. Everybody stay safe out there. And we will see you all back here soon. Have a good night, all.
Everyone got Dens and then got Rang. I would imagine everyone finished the same exact dungeons. But maybe someone found Mirror Shield. It's always possible.